guys, here's Madam OK. Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being a part of it. If you enjoy watching the videos, please don't forget to subscribe as well as to hit the like button. Thank you so much and see you soon. Bye!
Hello guys, here's Madam OK, and today I want to teach you how to paint a figure. And for that purpose we will use a painting done by a Russian painter, Anna, I don't remember the last name. Anyway, this is quite a nice pose and we will use those bright strokes using palette knives, as well as for the details we will rely on the brushes. So let us put the image on the side and we will start with the sketch. As you can compare, my size of my paper or dimensions are slightly different, but that's okay. I have to decide, looking at the image here, that for example in terms of width has to be a little bit wider. However, I will count here 1, 2, 3. So I have to divide the space approximately in 3 equal parts. I would say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and I'm not worried about the heaviness of the lines, since again I will cover them using heavy paint. Now when I look at the position of the person, I see her more or less in the middle, her torso. I have to find out the size of her head, and I still want to leave a little bit space on the top. I just want to capture the angle of her head. And then arm, I can see it here, I will see the body. So that would be the position. Remember, rather make the heads a little bit smaller than too big, because it won't look good. Okay, and just for now, like this. That will be enough. I still have to create the other parts, then I can go back. So my torso, let's see, the torso up to here, and there's this beautiful dress. So on this dress, it's supposed to capture the movement. So with the strokes, see, we can bring later on the movement in our painting. But I think that should be okay. See, like this, that's her arm. Remember, arm can't be wider or taller than the head, and that's very, very important for us. Okay, so like this, a little bit her neck. Her hair will go there, lots of hair on this side here. They will be going down here, that's okay. Arm, and you can see also the scapula here a little bit. So she's carrying nice violin. So I just mark it just for myself to know what is going on where. And there's the other arm that just goes behind her breast. As such, so you have to leave this space. This is going beautifully here. See, when I look at the arm, I look at the elbow, and from there it's much easier for me to construct the positioning of other elements, right? So you see the grave, and then we'll have the positioning of our box for the violin. Viola, maybe that is even, who knows. In terms of size, I think it's violin. Okay, so that's quite plenty. The head is still, when we want to show that the head tilted more, we just have to change the angle. See, I have already plenty of information. Her arm is going up here. See, so maybe not even. Just everything gets connection. Notice what I do there, and then right away this beautiful dress will come here. I think it should be okay. The hands, one, you see, as little information as possible. We don't need to have too many. Maybe that is not even the right position. Maybe oh yeah, maybe they can still come a little bit lower. My paper is a little bit too wide in comparison to the paper, but that's okay, to the work here. Okay, this will go a little bit more there, and I can see in the same positioning her foot is here. Ooh, wow, that's a strange position, but that's what we will have here. Okay, so like this. Ooh la la. Lots of going on, lots. Beautiful neck. The neck will be so important here, and this arm. Or shoulder, and just a little bit visible. The rest will be the arm. And then this ear coming somewhere here. I think we are okay with the set of information. Maybe while I'm still looking, yeah, it should be okay. Good. So the next step after our drawing more or less is done. I think we want to start with a background. I'm right-handed, so I will start from the upper left corner. My colors that I want to apply with palette knife, of course, will be, let's start with the white. I always like to have a little bit of white in which I can mix the other colors. And so what we will create here, we create those, I will say, shapes of different colors. I even apply in this section some white, and the reason for it is that it's then very easy for me to blend some of the purple color in it. So it's quite strong, and I'm not worried about that. My paper towel is next to my working space, and see, I can nicely blend everything the way I want. So that's very nice trick. I can have another one here. And remember, as a painters, we just want to learn the technique. So therefore, we are not obliged to follow 100% exactly, right? Whatever works for you, we will do. I also don't think that she used, or the artist used everywhere palette knife. If she used, then there are certain sections, but the rest had to be done with the brush. It also depends the size of the canvas that she painted on. So definitely there, I will need some of this blue also in the other section. And remember, you can take some liberty, that's your painting. You can do it the way you want, as long as the colors will work for you. The painting, even this one here, is loose reference. So I will introduce it already, and the same in my instrument, because I will need it a little bit. That's another color that looks red and belongs to the red family, burnt sienna, and what it means that it nicely contrasts with or works together or next to its complementary color, which is the blue. Now I want to get some of the white, a little bit more here, and then I want to introduce some of the yellow onto it. Now I have to look for the dress, because I really want to have it darker. Really show that this side is in the shadow. I see very light colors around her, like a very light blue, so we will try to bring it there. I'm still looking here at her dress, and for sure there's this bluish color. I don't have the same blue that is there, so therefore I will use whatever I have. Okay. My blue will be here. I don't want to have too much of it. Maybe in the second I move to the smaller palette knife. Who knows? We'll see how this will go. Okay. So this seems to be okay. Let's see. I need the darker blue now. I need the darker blue in this section, that's for sure. So I use blue and purple to create this very strong backdrop of white and yellow, and then I will apply it there where the foot is. So you see what will be there. This, I'm not worried about the instrument yet. I just want to move some of this paint, just that I know where to have it, like this. And then I want to work on my dress. And you can see see it, that this beautiful purplish color is going around her foot. So I do want to have it there. Okay, so we will introduce another color. There will be this beautiful pink, which again I have to mix with a little bit of white. And because I use palette knife, I will try to do it directly on the canvas, or in my case on the paper. Because I want to go to the bottle and I want to create the flesh color. So some white, burnt sienna and yellow. And that's what will go there. See there where I have her hands. Right now we start with darker color. We'll put the lighter one on the top. Remember, it's much easier to work this way. And definitely there where we have her arm. The rain's falling the table. Wow! Look at this, what a surprise! We still have to wait. So I'm looking at my hands. My hands will be okay as long as I indicate a little bit of the movement here. See? Colors. I will mix yellow with a little bit of burnt sienna to get the nice flesh color, and I will go back. See, like this, and then I will go back to the face, because I don't like the discrepancy here between one section and the other one. Lots of light. Boom, here, that's good. There'll be a little bit indication of the nose, which we can do in the second, but I'm looking at her shoulders and the beautiful neck. Like this. I need to get a little bit of pink into her flesh. That's better, 1,000 times. Yeah, pink would be a good choice here. Just a little bit. That always looks good. And then you have this arm. Here. I still think that in the face we have to round it up here a little bit more. So I get a tiny bit of pink, and I will go back to this section. That's fantastic. Then I can see that this is the neck here. It has to be a little bit underneath. I like to call second chin. I like to put some of the purple. Like this, not too much, not too little, and round it, and then bring this one. Don't need to have too strong, so I want to have just a little bit of the white coming there and cutting the space. And then some of this lovely color, just indicating that we're going up here. And then definitely the shoulders. So we still have to come to get the earring. But so far, I wanted to show you and see how can I indicate her arm. So this would be good. Oh, it's still, I like to bring it a little bit more. This part here. Okay. Bring the hair just around here like this, and then some brown on them, and then some yellow again back. Good. Now we can go back to the body. I need some lighter colors. She's still introducing more of this beautiful line. Definitely highlight, so that means lighter color there where we have arm. Yeah. I don't think we need to have it there so much, but definitely on the dress. Good. I also have to look at her back because I don't think I've done a good job yet. Ooh. Right, and now this arm. This can only work when we will have nice color there. And you can see, because it's a bigger painting, there will be a cast shadow from this arm happening on the dress, but we don't have, our canvas is not big. We use just a small size of the paper, so we have to use some other tricks here. Okay. But whatever is happening, we always find a solution. Remember, that's what the artists do. To show that this is the dress. Fantastic. Now I see this part here, I'm not liking it, so I have to cut it there. I also have to make it a little bit more rounder. A little bit more, yeah. Now we have the arm here, the lower arm. And it doesn't need to be so dark. See, I want to have a lighter color there. Yep. And I really like this blue there and present, so we introduce it even more there. And then I need the dress. Oh, still here. Let's see, we need to go there. I like the blue actually more than the purple here. So for the hand, I need a little bit more emphasis. And then I need the violin here. I need a little bit more of the violin shape. And it's just suggestion. Remember, everything is about suggestion. This is the type of painting we are creating. And that's what we see over there. Giving us just the basic clues, then we can draw the conclusion from it, what we actually see. We mix the colors in this section. Okay, that's better. It's not purely white, not purely yellow. That's good. Still have to shape it probably better. So when I'm going, still the violin. Oh la 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 la! Just so that I don't forget. Okay, then we are going now back to the dress. Let's see, I still need a little bit more by the foot, a little bit of the color here. And then definitely with the dress. Ooh, I'm looking for it. It's so much fun. So you see, we can really apply heavy layers of paint now. Color that is visible in the violin, which would be our burnt sienna. Like this. Look at this. So still some of the white I need, and I need to introduce those colors as well in this direction. See, something is going on, and a little bit of the yellow here dancing. It's just like the last touches. I'm having lots of fun with them. I really like always finishing the paintings because I can decide in which direction I push like the colors that unify the entire painting. Okay, so I'm taking just the last patches. I feel, oh my goodness, it landed on the violin. Ooh, that happens sometimes. See, like this. We need to have a little bit more light. I have to take it from the violin and push it here and there. I think I will use the time start to add some of those colors here and there. This. And then our violin. A little bit more definition. See a little bit more here and there. Still there. With those colors, bursting them into the air. Allowing us to see better the dress. And then on this side. Okay. I think we are done. I hope that you enjoyed the process, and now we will be ready to paint on your own. Let me see, maybe just the last touch. Let's see still. You see that always the last touches. So I'm changing the color there, and I'm bringing more of the dark, of the pure purple into it to mix and create the effect that is darker. Wow, look at this. Fantastic. Maybe even a little bit more on the side here. Good.